Hey, Leon here. So, how many of you, if you went to a doctor and all he did was hand you some tissues because you're sneezing and you have a cold or a little bit of a flu? What if you went there and he just offered you a prescription for tissues, or he offered you maybe a little penicillin, and he never took your temperature? What if he never took your blood pressure? What if he never did your blood work? What would you think of a doctor like that? If every time you went there, he just gave you an immediate fix for whatever that problem is. Now, for some of us, we may not like doctors, and I always get yelled at for not going enough. But the truth is, if when I went to that doctor, or I just recently had a Zoom meeting with my doctor, and it was about some sugar medicine I needed, some insulin, and you know what he said? Hey, how's everything else? What else is going on? How do you feel? We had a nice conversation, one that he drew out of me because I really didn't want to talk about how I was feeling, what other issues I might be having. I just don't want to talk about it. But he was gentle and kind, and he pulled it out of me. That's the way our financial institutions need to be. If you are a financial institution, if you're a salesperson, that's what your job is. Your job isn't just to make that transaction. Your job isn't just to fulfill that loan. Your job is to get under the hood. Look at the 4 pillars of financial wellness: household cash flow, savings, protection, and knowledge. Your responsibility is to get under that hood. Now, I know and I recognize when people call or come in, mostly call now, they don't want to talk about it. They're in financial pain. They're acting like everything's okay. In fact, you may be intimidated, thinking, man, they got it together. They know what they're doing. They don't need me. They're probably better off than me. But the truth is they're not. And if you don't get under that hood, no one will. And what does that end look like? Well, maybe there won't be a vacation in the next 5 years. Maybe someone won't get to go to the college they want to because there's not enough money. Maybe they won't be able to buy that home or keep that home. So I just want to encourage financial institutions, provide that training, provide that financial journey for your team, for them to know that product financial journey. So whether they're intimidated or not, it's just a matter-of-fact conversation. You owe it to your members, you owe it to your customers to break past that barrier of fear. And that's the job you have. It's the life you chose. If you don't want to do it, quit your job. But your job is to ask those questions and be there for your customers and your members to get them straight. Don't just sell them a product. If you're going to give them a car loan, understand how that affects household cash flow. Understand how that's going to affect savings. Do you need protection? And provide that knowledge. So just want to share that today. And if you're just a regular customer member and your institution isn't providing those questions, ask them. When are you going to get to this? When are you going to help me? And if they don't, hey, direct message me. I work with a lot of organizations that really have invested in that process, and they really want to help you. So again, it's Leon. Hope you have a great night.